It's a cold, cold world, a cold one. It's a cold, cold world. Yeah. It's a cold, cold world, a cold one. It's a cold, cold world. I've been looking to the stars like I'm a astronaut, and this pain hurts so much, so I smoke that gas a lot. I've been hiding from myself cause I tryna get caught, and you know I right my wrongs. That's some shit that I can't stop now. I've been searching for my soul cause it's been missing. Imagine cooking breakfast, bullets flying through the kitchen. How you wait for it to start your way like you fishing? Cause if you get up, hit a little nigga, you gon' be wishing that you never did what you did. We was shooting shit since we was kids. We were locked up in the juvenile.
What up, what up, what up?
All right,
what up?
Woo! I think we're on.
We on, baby.
I think we're on.
We on. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going on with you?
Hey.
What's up, co-host?
How are you?
Joy to the world.
I know.
What's up, Eric Zen Master?
What's up?
What's going on, family? How y'all doing? We want to welcome everybody. We want to welcome everybody back, man. What's
Thursday.
up, Joanne? What's up, Bmore for real? You know we love you.
Bmore for real.
What's up, y'all? We want to say hello to the family out there. We're in another family reunion. Ain't no need to wait until somebody go to have one. So we have one every week. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we have the family in the living room just kicking and chilling. We got a very exciting, awesome guest tonight.
Always.
Actually, this is something really dear to my heart tonight.
Yeah,
But before we get into that, we go to my lovely, beautiful co-host. How you doing?
Hi.
Hey, we want to introduce yourself to the family.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joey. Hope everyone had an amazing week. Retrograde is over.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hopefully everything goes back to normal after this.
Okay.
Yeah. Last day of
to here,
retrograde.
Mr. Eric, Zen Master.
What's up, fam?
Muhammad Ali.
I'm representing. You know what I mean? I'm ready to knock some stuff out tonight. We're gonna knock this podcast out.
Let's knock it out.
You know what I mean?
Let's knock it out, bro. Let's knock it out.
Nah, it's good, man. It's good. Like you said, retrograde is over. Hopefully everything smooths out now. Whatever. The full moon last night in Scorpio. It was a full moon in Scorpio. The pink moon. It was awesome. Boy. You ain't see it, Dennis? What the hell? I guess not.
Man, I work, bro.
You was working? Sorry about your luck.
He only worried about Aquarius.
Yeah, so it's gonna be feeling a little intense anyway, but we'll go with that. So it was good. It's awesome. Awesome. It's always awesome to be back. The week was kind of hard, but it wasn't hard. It was okay. It's all perspective, like we always talk about.
Got off a high from the fight over the weekend.
Yeah. It was a party out here.
Yes.
Oh yeah. If you missed it, fam, Bmore Pod after dark. That's coming. That's coming online. It was a good time. We saw the fight, and it was awesome. Live performances. That was awesome.
Yeah, they were good.
First time people doing some stuff. It was awesome. Be more after dark. Watch out, folks. Listen up for it. We're gonna be doing some stuff on the weekends and well, any time of the week really, but it's gonna be after dark. That's the key word.
Right.
It's gonna be after dark.
After dark. But my mom always told me don't nothing good after dark.
Well,
just
trouble. Well, we're not.
But we're gonna change that scenario.
Exactly.
We're gonna change that scenario.
And there's good tea. There's good trouble.
Yeah, it's true. We're gonna change that scenario.
I got you.
Yeah, man. But I want to take time right now, and I want to make sure I thank everybody that participated in our drawing. We want to take time to thank everybody for just coming out and subscribing. We up to 1,900 subscribers. Man, we thank every last one of you. We appreciate it. Look, we extended the drawing for another week. Next Thursday, we will be announcing the winner on the show. So make sure y'all stay tuned for the show next week. But we want to thank everybody for participating, everybody for coming and registering. We really appreciate it. We really do. We do our best to bring just a little breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
We shine our little light on this dark place.
Right.
So if everybody shine their light on this dark place, man, this would be a bright place, man. So that's all we doing, man. We just want to take time to thank everybody, and from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. So,
Bmore for us, so we over 2K now.
Yeah,
yes, sir. Thank you.
2,000 subscribers.
Hey, what's up, Eric? What's up, fam?
What's up, Erica?
What's up, fam?
Yep.
Yeah. Happy belated birthday to you. She was in the house. Enjoyed it. Man. We had a big fight party. We had a big fight party over the weekend, and I think we had a good time.
It was awesome.
We will be working on our sound, and our sound will be getting better, And I tell everybody, forsake not humble beginnings, because you have to start somewhere. And the first time you do something, it's not gonna be like the 1,000th time that you do it. So you have to get started to do it. So that was our first late show, and I know I got a couple of people say, "Man, Dennis, the sound was messed up. The sound was messed up," and I know it was. And then, but in order for us to know how it sound, we had to actually go through it and do it. So so whoever participated, whoever watched, thank everybody that came out to perform. And hey, happy birthday to Uncle Wayne. Happy birthday to you, my brother. Uncle Wayne is running for mayor of Baltimore. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. Go vote for him, and make sure, I can't tell you who to vote for, but I'm going to tell you, Mel, you make your own decision who to vote for. But what you need to do is go out and see what he has to offer.
Right.
And if what he's have to offer is for you, hey, that's the person for you. So Uncle Wayne is running for president. That's my brother.
For mayor.
President.
For mayor. For mayor.
Mayor and president. Hey, I got big dreams for you, Uncle Wayne. Big dreams, brother. Big dreams. Let's talk about you real quick.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Go. Good.
Yeah. I got you. So how was your week?
My week was good.
So you doing anything exciting?
Did I?
Come
No.
on, make something up.
I know.
Come on,
I'm
make
like,
something up. Come on.
I really was trying to make something up in my head too. Like, did I really do something exciting?
Make something up. Lie to me now.
No, just work. We having a graduation for our students tomorrow, so I was just really getting through that.
Sound like no fun.
It was good.
Okay,
it was EMT students. They worked hard. They deserved this.
It was fun. It was fun, dude.
But that was it.
I got one question for you. You know, I got this deep question for you. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Oh, you're always
I'm
ready?
always ready.
Okay. I'm gonna see. Eric, I got a question for you, my brother.
What's that?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
No, I got one more question for you, my brother.
No.
One more. Just one more question for you, my brother. One more.
What's that?
You got a Zen moment for us tonight?
I do. I'm gonna do it quick because I'm excited about this.
I understand.
I think I got one.
You got one?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
Yep.
Wait. Okay, we're gonna make this quick. Family, we got a Zen moment for you. You know how we do this thing. I need you to sit back. I want you to breathe in, breathe out. I want you to relax everything. Kick your feet up. Because he's going to drop some jewels on you. And I want you to listen closely and pick up every last one of them. The awesome, the mighty, Eric, the Zen Master.
That's too much. Yeah, that's way too much. But okay, we'll go with it. Real quick. All right. So this is story about a raven. Let's say. So there was a sad raven. He was down on his luck, feeling sad. Didn't like him. Didn't like how his life was going. So he flew up branch. He was sitting on a branch of a tree, crying. Because he was sad. Didn't like his life. Nobody loved him. That kind of thing. And underneath the tree, there was a Zen master sitting underneath there. And the raven was crying up top, so a tear dropped, on the Zen master's cheek. And he looked up, and he's like, "Raven, what's up?" He's like, "Man, nobody loves me. Like, I get no love. Like, I'm sad. I'm all by myself. Like, it's not going well for me. I'd rather just die, whatever." And Zen master said, "No, man, you gotta be positive. You can't think that." And he said, "Yeah, I just wish I was, something else, man, somebody else. Like everybody else getting the love, not me." So the Zen master said, "Well, like who you think is getting more love than you? Like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you rather be?" He said, "Man, I think I want to be like a swan. You know what I mean? It's all nice and white and pure, and people love them at the weddings. Like swans are beautiful. I don't want to be a raven. A raven's all dark. Nobody likes us." So he said, "Okay, I can make you a swan. But first of all, go talk to the swan. Make sure, make sure the swan is loving what he's doing before you I turn into a swan." So he goes out, he finds a swan. He's like, "Hey, swan, what's up, man? I know you're the happiest bird out here, man. You're probably lovely, all bright and white, and everybody loves you. I know you're loving life, you know what I mean?" And the swan's like, with a sad face, like, "Nah, man, it ain't all cracked up to be, man. Like all these beautiful colors out here, man, and I'm just white, boring. I just float around here, you know what I mean? It's white, like all these birds with different colors and all this stuff going on. My life sucks, man." And he said, "What?" So he went back to Zen Master, said, "Man, I don't think I want to be a swan anymore." And so he said, "What's up?" He said, "Well, the swan told me like he loved colors. So I know the parrots parrots are really colorful." He's like, "I think that's what I want to be. I want to be a parrot." And so Zen Master said, "Well, before I turn into a parrot, go talk to the parrot, make sure everything's good, see how his life's going before I turn into a parrot." So he goes to the parrot. And the parrot's like, you know, he's like, man, you colorful and bright, you know what I mean? You must be loving life, man. I want to be just like you. You know, I don't want to be this raven, dark raven and whatever. I want to be just like you, parrot. You must be loving life and having a good time. And the parrot said, you know, with sad face, like, man, I don't know, man. Like, people always want me in cages. I got to keep looking on my shoulder because, you know, everywhere I go, they want to capture me and put me in a cage and just stare at me and have me as a pet. So I hate, you know, I hate this life, man. I don't love being a parrot. So he said, man, what the hell? He said, well, who you rather be? He's like, man, I think I want to be like a peacock, man. It's bigger, you know what I mean? It's got more feathers. It's got more colors than I do. Like, people love the peacock. I want to be a peacock. So the raven was like, all right, let me go find a peacock, you know, make sure he's loving it, you know. So he went all over, couldn't find a peacock. Finally landed at the zoo, and he said, hey, peacock, man, I know you're loving life. Like, I mean, I wish I was like you. Tell me about your life, man. I know you're enjoying it. You know, everybody loves you. People kind of gather to see. And he's like, man, no, man, it sucks, man. You know, people come stare at me all day, like got me in the zoo. I can't do nothing. I'm stuck here the whole time. People just staring at me. They come pick my feathers to make beautiful quilts and stuff with it. You know what I mean? Like picking stuff off of me and all this kind of stuff. Like, I'm hating life, man. So Raven said, man, but who'd you rather be? Like, you know, and you know, in this whole zoo, like all the birds out here, who'd you rather be? And he said, well, honestly, man, I'd rather be a raven, man. Like, you're free, nobody picks with you. You can fly and do whatever you want to do and go all over the place, and you know what I mean? And nobody's grabbing you and putting you in zoos and putting you in cages and wanting to stare at you, taking you to the weddings and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, obviously the moral of the story is, man, you know, you gotta find happiness in your life, man, where you are, and we kind of make comparisons. We're always going around going, that person's doing better, I wish I was that person, or this, you know what I mean? Everything kind of looks, you know, the grass is always greener, I like to say, you know what I mean? And then we just gotta, you know, find time and appreciate where we are, and kind of appreciate our talents, and not try to compare ourselves, because it depresses you, and you kind of don't know what the other person's going through anyway. So that's a quick moment, just a quick thought.
It, brother. That was good too.
That's where we are. That's where we're at. Oh, Muhammad Ali? No, it's just knock him out the box. Yeah, you know, I mean, say what we said, same water, different well. You know, what I mean, we heard all these stories before. We heard all these things. It's just a different.
You don't know the man's
twist.
journey until you walk into his footsteps.
Yep.
And you know, what I heard, man, you know, the grass. They think the grass is always green on the other side.
Right. Yep.
But that grass need to be cut too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that means that's work.
Exactly.
Just like the same grass in your backyard, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yep.
But man, I tell you, we got a very exciting show, man. I really want to get to our guests. But before we get to our guests,
yes,
man,
sir.
I want to take time. We got to pay some bills, pay the bills. We're going to take time to thank our sponsors, man. Our sponsors is Norma D. Treasure. Norma D. Treasure. She's on eBay. Make sure you go to eBay and purchase something from her, because she supports the community, and when she supports the community, and she supports us, and as she supporting us, and you will be supporting the community also. And that's all I want to say to that. That's all I got for that. But no further ado.
There we go.
No further ado. We got a special guest. This is something real. This conversation that we're going to have tonight is real dear to my heart. We're going to let her introduce herself right now. Introduce yourself to the family. You know your family now, right?
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go. There you go.
Yes.
The family reunion.
Yes.
Kicking it up. So, why don't you talk to the family? Tell them who you are and what you do.
My name is Leon. Last name is Rock. Not associated with Chris Rock, I don't think. But if so, hey Chris, what's up?
What's up?
Well, listen, I'm from Boston.
Okay.
Originally, been in this area, actually in Maryland, for half of my life.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I'm going to tell you half
25.
of my life. Yeah, that's a good one. That's what I'm talking about. I'm loving you all. This is called family reunion.
It is.
In so many ways.
It is.
Listen, so I've been here for half of my life. I love this area. I love Maryland. Love Bmore.
Yeah.
In the house.
Bmore.
Oh, you love Bmore Pod.
And I was going to get to that.
That's an Aquarius in me. That's an Aquarius in me.
Aquarius, that's what I'm talking about.
Wait. No.
That's what I'm talking about.
Scorpio power.
We ain't even worry about that. We ain't gonna talk about. We're good. Yeah, but go ahead, finish.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, grew up in the project.
Yes.
In Boston.
Yes.
Orchard Park in the house.
Yes.
Okay.
Came down here thinking about new opportunities.
Okay.
And coming down here as well, I learned about something that is a challenge for me.
Yes.
I learned that I have diabetes some 20 years ago.
Okay.
And that challenge had me think about my own mortality.
Let me ask you, I don't mean to cut across you, but
Yeah.
how old were you when you found out you had diabetes?
See, now you're trying to find out.
No, because I know some. The reason I'm asking, because I know some young guys, real young guys, younger than me. They have diabetes also, but they actually have a pump on their side for young guys. So that's why I'm asking, because I'm letting know that there's no age range.
That's right.
To this diabetes.
Oh, no doubt about it.
So that's why I asked that question.
50.
You was 50. Okay, go
I
ahead.
learned at 50 years old that I have diabetes. And by the way, those youngsters that you're talking about, they have type 1 diabetes.
Okay.
And by the way, type 1 diabetes is a diabetes actually that generally speaking, you get when you're a child.
Right.
You can still get it as an adult, but you're usually a child to a growing youngster that you find out that you have a type 1 diabetes.
Okay. Go ahead, finish your story though.
I have type 2 diabetes.
I don't know the difference.
Yeah, type 1 diabetes is essentially for adolescents.
Okay.
Right.
Type 2 diabetes is essentially with adults.
Okay.
And you learn that you have type 2 diabetes, generally speaking, because you have high glucose or blood sugar levels. Your blood sugar is going crazy. And then you find out, usually urinating a lot, or you may even pass out, unfortunately. And then you go to the doctor takes a test, an A1C test, and they tell you, hey, guess what? Your sugar levels are so high, you're not cleansing your body of those sugars.
Okay.
And so therefore you're a diabetic and you have to take insulin.
Okay.
And that insulin helps the blood sugars go out of your system.
Okay. We're going to go to the chat real quick. Go ahead. I got my glasses.
Bmore for Real Pox says, "Hey, Mr. Leon the Rock." Now, we call you the Rock. We give your nickname. That's him. You're the Rock.
Yes, sir.
FLO says Aquarius in the building. Okay, boo for them. Scorpio here. And Maria says, "Great job, engineer. The cameras look good." Okay, we look good on camera. All right.
Because I'm here.
Okay. We will say that. FLO says a player on the Ravens has diabetes, and he can't be any older than 27. So it's a possible young person thing. Yeah.
No doubt.
And Bmore for Real said Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews. Yep.
So you was at the part, because I know because you started, you was the CEO.
Yes.
Of
the African American Diabetes Association.
But you was at the part where you came here, you discovered you had diabetes. So how did that tie in?
Yeah, well,
how did you become from discovering you have diabetes did you become the CEO of an organization?
Yeah. When I found out that I have diabetes, I automatically went to the major organization. To kind of figure it out and say, hey, guess what? I got diabetes. My doctor said I need to learn more about diabetes. This is 20 years ago.
I got you.
So I went to that organization and said, hey, guess what? Do you have any information on diabetes, particularly as it relates to black men?
Okay.
No. What do you mean, no? Right. We're the highest incidence of diabetes in the country, and you're telling me no?
Yes.
Right.
I was like, wait, I'm an Aquarian. I want to know.
I
said, well, wait a minute. I had to tie that one. And so I said, well, can I talk to someone else in the organization? I went up the chain of command, all the way up to the chairperson of the board and the president of the organization. I said, well, how come you don't have it? We're working on it. What do you mean you're working on it?
Yeah.
Then I dug deeper. I said, well, wait a minute. What is up with this organization that isn't giving me information? I learned that in 1939 they were developed. 1939. What was going on in 1939?
The Great Depression.
What else was going on in 1939 in relationship to black folks?
Well, a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Segregation.
Yes.
Legal segregation.
Yes.
So it was built at a time when there was legal segregation.
I got you.
So when you hear about black folks dying,
we wasn't included.
We wasn't included in the process.
I got you.
So all these years, this, and I'm not going to call them a segregationist organization. I'm not going to say that. But they were built in a time of legal segregation.
I understand.
That's a fact.
That makes sense.
Can't get away from that. But here I am 20 years ago still asking for information, and they didn't have it.
Right.
So I pulled together a group of people to say, hey, let's create an organization like we have had to do with historically black colleges and the whole 9 yards.
Right.
Because this is a problem.
Yes, it is.
Now, all of a sudden, this organization is woke, but the fact of the matter is that they've been getting a whole bunch of dollars and cents from all sorts of corporations, and our struggle remains the same, if not worse. Diabetes in the African American community is higher than it was 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Is that because the lack of a diet, or does diabetes come from dieting and what you eat?
Most of the time it is.
Yes.
It can be hereditary, but at the same time, for African Americans, unfortunately, it has a lot to do with obesity and the fact that we eat the wrong types of foods, or it's too much of that food, carbohydrates in particular, and sugars.
It turns into sugar.
Remember the old adage, uncle, auntie, grandma, grandpa, they got the sugar.
Yes.
That's what it was. They got the sugar, right? Exactly.
And folks were dying.
Right.
Legs were getting cut off. Toes were getting cut off. Amputated.
Yes.
And by the way, it's the same right now. In Baltimore. In Richmond. In Los Angeles. In my hometown of Boston. Every major city in America. The numbers are crazy. Here in Baltimore, 14 to 20% of the black population in Baltimore has diabetes.
So what exactly what does your organization do?
Good question. We educate, we engage, we advocate for changes in the way things are done in hospitals, in universities. Johns Hopkins, which I salute them for the work that they do. Yet, all universities, all teaching hospitals, all of these health centers can do better. The pharmaceutical industry can do better. Healthcare providers, I'm talking about physicians, can do better. You know, when you see someone and they're gaining weight, do something with them. Educate them. They need a nutritionalist. They need help. We got to help our people.
I agree. You got a question? I know you got something.
I know you got 100.
I do. But this is something else. I actually have a history of diabetes in my family. My uncle, he passed away like 10 years ago. He developed it. I think he had type 2. He developed it in his early 20s. My best friend, she has type 1. She developed it in her early 20s. And my mom just got diagnosed with pre-diabetes.
Wow.
So my question is, like, what is the misconceptions and myths in the black community of treatment that people believe?
Well, there's a whole host of misconceptions. A lot of people believe that it's your sugar consumption only. It's not. Actually, it is your wholeness. How are you living? Because as an example, if you're exercising more, then your challenge becomes less.
Really?
If you're consuming less, then you are creating an opportunity for a healthy body.
Consuming less what?
Consuming less carbohydrates.
Okay.
Carbohydrates is essentially the sugars, the pastas, and you know how we love mac and cheese.
Oh, that's a starch.
Come on
Hey,
now.
we go to the chat real quick.
Go.
Talking about, April says, "Hey y'all,
Hey, what's up, April? How you doing, April?
SSH TV says Dr. Rock got everybody scared to eat chicken. Is that your intention? Is that what you're doing? You got everybody got scared to eat chicken. Is that what you're trying to do?
Look. You know I cooked that chicken, right?
Yes.
You know I cooked that chicken. That was the best chicken in the world. Best chicken. Go ahead.
And April says, everything in moderation, which is
Everything in moderation. But I'm glad that April is commenting.
Yep.
No, this is not Scare Factor or that program that used to come on.
Yeah, Scare Straight.
I'm not trying to scare people.
Okay.
But I am trying to educate people of the fact that diabetes is a challenge for us in our community, and we should be sounding the alarm.
Yes.
I got you.
Our kids in particular, we should be concerned about, because kids are not getting the exercise that they used to.
Yes, I
Absolutely.
They're playing the video games
Yes, I agree.
and are on the internet.
Yes.
And they spend more time on video games and less time in exercising.
I agree.
So you're looking at kids getting bigger and bigger, and the challenge of diabetes, type 1 diabetes, getting bigger and bigger as well, particularly during COVID.
Gotcha. You never said the name of you said the name of your organization.
Yes.
But so how would they contact you? What can you do? What do you do for the people? You say you talk to the doctors a little. So what exactly how does that transition from the people to the doctors? What does your does your company your institution actually do for that transition?
Good question. So first things first, African American Diabetes.org.
Okay.
Go to the website.
Say it again.
African American Diabetes.org.
Okay.
So that's the first thing.
Okay.
Go to the website. On the website, there's tons of information and resources about type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, gestational diabetes, that's when you're pregnant.
Okay.
And you get diabetes. Sometimes it goes away, sometimes it doesn't.
So I want you to get back to that point. You said sometimes it goes away, sometimes it doesn't. So is it a myth that if you just change your diet and eating certain fruits, berries, and pebbles, that the diabetes will go away? Is that a myth?
It is. No, it's not a myth. It's a reality.
So y'all family, y'all heard that.
If
Y'all
you
heard
eat
it.
healthy, the diabetes will be limited.
Okay.
But you are still at risk of being a diabetic. It's almost like, and this is not to insult people and say alcoholism and diabetes is one of the same. It's not.
Okay.
But if you're alcoholic, you go to AA meeting, they're saying that you're always going to be alcoholic.
Right.
Well, with diabetes, your body, if you keep it under control, you're good. If you get your A1C levels down, that's how much blood is in your, how much sugar is in your system.
Okay.
In your blood, then you're good.
Okay.
But you got to keep it up. You got to keep exercising. You got to keep on making sure that you're eating healthy.
Yeah, I got
if you do all that, you'll be an Aquarian.
Y'all heard that? But you was talking.
I like that.
You was talking about how your organization actually tie from the consumer to the doctors, not cut across you.
Yes.
So, go ahead.
No. Now, when it comes to the consumer, what we do is we go out into community and do pop-ups.
Okay.
And what we do with these pop-ups is essentially go to a community fair, Go to a public housing community.
Okay.
Go to a church.
Okay.
And educate our people about diabetes from the rooter to the tutor.
I got you.
From the beginning, explaining what is diabetes, essentially a 101 on diabetes, educate them about healthy eating, and some strategies that they can use to kind of control their diabetes. And one of the biggest ways of controlling diabetes now is through technology. I do it myself.
What's that about?
And that's a CGM monitor. Continuous glucose monitor.
Thing?
Yeah, well, no, it goes in your body. It goes on.
Oh, okay, I seen
yes,
that.
You put it on your, or you put it on your arm.
Yes.
And it's continuous. It essentially monitors what your sugar levels are. And if you have a sugar level of 100, you're good. And it will go up to 120, 130, 140 when you're eating, and then it will drop back down. But you want to make sure that it's at essentially 100.
That's an easy number to remember.
And that's an easy number to remember.
That's an easy number to remember,
And it's a good number.
Yes, it is.
Right.
You got something?
That makes sense, yes. What advice would you give healthcare providers to better address the Black individuals living with diabetes?
Change your attitude. Become more informed. Make sure, and by the way, when I say change your attitude, I'm talking about your bedside manner.
Okay, explain that.
And when I say bedside manner, when someone is saying to you that their back is hurting, their eyes are hurting, they're feeling woozy,
believe them.
Listen to them. As you said, believe them.
That's a problem.
Take a look at what is going on. Listen to what they're saying. Kind of guide the person through the process. You know that you got about 9 to 13 minutes of time with a doctor. And in that 9 to 13 minutes, educate the consumer, educate the person that write your stuff down, what you want to talk with me about. And by the way, if you're a diabetic, or if you know that you're pre-diabetic, when you go into the doctor's office, make sure that the first thing you do is take your shoes off and say, "Doctor, look at my feet."
Why? Why is that? Yeah.
Why? Because a lot of amputations are going on. There's something in diabetes, and it's called neuropathy, where you feel as though your legs are full of pins and needles. And it keeps on going all the way down your legs to your feet. And a lot of Black folks are losing their legs, their toes, because of diabetes. And you want to have your doctor take a look at your feet if you're a diabetic. So you asked a good question. What should a doctor be doing differently? If you know that your patient has diabetes, look at their feet. It's not complicated. Look at their feet.
Is that how gout's develop almost?
Gout tends not to develop out of
diabetes. They have gout.
They do have gout, but there's a whole. You don't die of diabetes. That's one thing. There's no such thing as dying from diabetes. You die from complications from diabetes.
Yeah, my mother. I go back to, but like I said, this subject is dear to my heart. My mother. I mean, she's deceased now, rest her soul. But I remember I used to talk to her. She said, "I went to the doctor today. They told me that my blood sugar was high." She started off with, they told me to change my eating habits. They started from there. Then she said, "Well, I'm going to eat anyway." Then they went from that to giving her medication. Then she went from that to taking insulin, and all of it was her eating habits. I'm not gonna call them anybody. I'm not singling my mother out. But my question to you now is: a lot of the food that are healthy, that are more expensive than food that is not healthy. So could you name any kind of food, like that someone can say, okay, this is not that. I know most people say anybody that with a lot of money can say your health is priceless, which is correct and true. And I agree, and I tell anybody that I agree with that. But to that person out there that say I got a choice between eating some ramen noodles or paying a light bill, or going out and getting something that is more expensive, or get something cheaper. What food that's not as expensive as your average food? That's if you go get nuts, berries, and grapes, that's $5 a pound, or you can get some ramen noodles that's 25 cents. So what kind of food can you recommend? Can you recommend a food that someone can go and get?
Well, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough one because you are talking about the toughest thing that is going on in the African Americans communities across the country.
Yes.
And that is food deserts.
Yes.
We live in food deserts.
Yes, I agree.
The closest thing is essentially a dollar store.
Right. Yes.
And so if you're going into a dollar store, make sure that you're not getting ramen noodles.
What's a substitute?
What's a substitute? It's a challenge in a dollar store.
Okay.
The big thing should be connecting with urban farms in the community, connecting with organizations that provide healthy alternatives to these things that are in the dollar stores. And that's not to insult dollar stores. I'm just saying.
I understand.
And so now the question is, what is healthy? The biggest thing that is healthy is anything with color, anything green, anything orange, anything with color in it. Usually vegetables and fruits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vegetables and fruits go with.
Okay.
Lessen the amount of carbohydrates. That's the big thing. And there's a big controversy.
Okay.
There's a big controversy with the other national organization. And just recently, an article came out talking about the fact that that national organization and pharmaceutical companies are in bed together.
Right.
Yes.
And that the opportunity to change the way, particularly African Americans, are impacted by diabetes is being lost because the two in some ways seem to be in cahoots with one another.
Okay. Right.
I'm not sure if it's fact or not.
I got you.
I haven't taken a position on it yet.
Right.
But at the same time, we have to be concerned about it. Is that we got to make sure that we do the right thing for us.
In our best interest.
Yes.
You got to start looking at your ingredients as well.
That's right.
So you can read the chat for us real quick. We go to the chat real quick.
Yes, Bmore for real. I heard your body break down everything into simple sugars. How does that relate to foods other than carbohydrates?
Say that again, please.
I heard your body break down everything into simple sugars. How does that relate to foods other than carbs?
Yeah, well, it does. Not necessarily everything into sugars. That's not a fact. But it does break down. And then the question is, how does that relate to foods other than carbohydrates? I would say that if you're breaking down, as an example, the fruits and vegetables, and they're breaking down into somewhat lower level sugars, you're good.
Right.
Okay.
The ones that is big and is the carbohydrates, and those sugars will destroy your body. Destroy your body.
Yes.
Just and by the way, you should be concerned even if you're not a diabetic about having so much sugars in your system.
Right.
Everything is high.
Yeah.
And in the black community, everyone is like, ginger ale is the cure for everything. Ginger ale has 54 grams of sugar.
Talk about it.
What about not like ginger root, the actual ginger you're making?
Ginger is good for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Ginger is fantastic for you. Yeah.
So what are some other herbs or like ginger? What are some other herbs or spices or something that somebody can take?
Right.
for their diabetes, if they're diabetic or something?
Well, I'm not a doctor, actually.
Do you have a lot of? I see you went to your web page. You have a lot of doctors on staff.
Oh yes, and actually we have lots of folks in our volunteer team that are medical in terms of their profession.
Okay.
So we don't give medical advice.
Nice. Okay.
We tend not to. We allow those experts to be the subject matter experts. But my own guidance is to eat fruits, eat vegetables. The beets, believe it or not, beets have a lot of, unfortunately, some sugars in it, but at the same time, healthy.
Okay. It's that color thing again.
Yeah,
bright red.
if you, when you have colors, and this is not to be a bigot or anything like that.
Yeah. I
But
understand.
color is good.
Right.
So
Color is good.
So one of the food that you're talking about is beets. So if you substitute beets for ramen noodles.
Oh, night and day difference.
Yeah,
you're on the right track.
You understand what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. The same thing. You asked a great question.
Yes.
How about potatoes? White potatoes versus sweet potatoes and yams. Which one do you think is better?
Well, I'm a French fry man. I'm gonna go sweet potato.
Well, they're all good.
I'm Aquarius now. I know these things. My name is Dennis, so I'm a doctor too. You know, I'm a doctor. You know,
Come on now.
I'm a doctor, so just
So I would say that when you eat, just stay away from white foods.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
And
Okay.
actually, nutritionists tell you the same thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Dietitians tell you the same thing.
got you.
Stay away from white foods.
Okay.
It's no
It's bad.
good for you.
Oh man,
Processed.
family, y'all heard that?
It's very
processed.
Family, y'all hear this? Y'all hear this? You got another question?
we can go to
Start
the chat.
juicing. Just juice your food.
Juice. You got that. The celery.
So
Yes, and
I
if
got
you
a
want
question though.
vegetables, add fruit to make it sweet.
Exactly.
So I like cranberry juice.
Yes.
Cranberry juice is good.
No.
Cranberry juice has a lot of added sugar in it.
The added
No.
stuff.
Man, so I was talking about my splash of vodka.
Exactly right. We know you were going a whole different place.
Yeah.
Going somewhere.
Well, you bet.
But you have to get the natural cranberries, like straight from the farm.
Ocean spray.
Like if you look at the ingredients, if the first ingredients say cranberries and no added,
And no added sugars, then you're
Exactly.
good. But if you're seeing those sugars
I
in
got
it,
you, I got you.
actually, by the way,
I got you.
look at the nutrition labels.
Okay.
Yes.
For everything you
Everything.
eat.
Right.
Everything you eat. And by the way, if you see 3 grams or more of sugar, don't eat it. Don't buy it.
Family, y'all heard that?
Did you hear me?
Y'all heard that, family?
3
Go ahead,
grams.
Say it again. Just say it again for the family.
3 grams of sugar or more, don't buy it and
Yes.
don't eat it.
Man.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Don't buy it and don't
Yes,
eat it.
I'm working
Oh,
on
and
that.
I know there's going to be a
Yeah.
whole bunch of folks that are listening to this program saying, "What are you talking about? Everything has 3 grams or more."
Yeah.
First you don't want us to eat chicken, now you want us to not eat the sugar. You know what I mean?
So them donuts that I have at home, the Krispy Kreme.
There we
Oh,
go,
oh,
the Krispy Kreme.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
Moderation.
Yeah, moderation. So that is really not the cause of diabetes then.
Not necessarily. But if you continue to eat it at an early age, it's going to catch up with you. So you started eating that stuff at 6. I did it myself. I used to go to what it's called the penny candy store.
Oh yeah.
I used to.
Yeah, I know.
Bam,
9 liters.
bam.
Candy lady.
Yes. Yes. And it catches up with you. And I'm sorry for it.
Okay.
And it was too late. It was like, now you got diabetes, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So watch out. Watch out what you eat.
You got something?
I do. How does mental health, stress, and trauma affect the diabetes management within your Black patients?
I'll tell you that stress is a huge problem with diabetics. Diabetics are just stressed out, period. And there's a reason for it.
Okay.
When you have these highs and lows involving your sugar, all right, your sugar, that little CGM monitor goes off. And it says bing, 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 bing. and your sugar level's at 200 because you weren't controlling your diabetes at that time, you decided to go out, hang out, and drink a beer.
Right, vodka and cranberry.
Vodka and cranberry.
Since I know cranberry is bad, I just do cranberry.
All right, so it's just the vodka.
Well, go ahead.
So the vodka, which is loaded with sugars,
Okay.
bang, yours goes up to 300. You are stressed out.
Yeah.
How can I bring this down? Drinking a whole bunch of water is not going to do it.
Yes.
It's just going to take time for it to go out your system.
I got you.
But if you keep on going up and down, it's not good. Then all of a sudden, you have neuropathy.
Okay.
This whole thing about your leg and tingling of your leg. And then all of a sudden, you're finding out that the doctor is saying, hey, guess what? You know that toe that just turned black? We're going to have to cut your toe off. And why? Because you weren't controlling your diabetes.
Right.
And by the way, diabetes control has nothing to do in many ways with your economy, how much money you make.
Okay.
Because there are, and I'm talking about diabetes control.
I got you.
Right.
There's so many millionaires, so many black folks in particular that are doing well. And then you find out they died because of diabetes or heart attack or stroke.
Right.
Why? Because they weren't controlling it. They were just hanging out, having a good old time, getting their cognac on.
I got you.
Right?
Right.
And not controlling it, even though
Not
they
paying
knew
attention.
they had diabetes. It's not.
Right. It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
So how can the consumer or the family out here, they will call you directly or your organization directly, and y'all will assist them? How?
Oh, yes.
How would
Yes.
how do you assist them?
It depends because everybody has a different need. Everybody has a different need. I'll give you an example. Many of our calls come from people that are just learning that they have diabetes and want to know what are the first 3 or 4 steps they should take in order to control their diabetes.
Okay.
The doctor just essentially tells them, hey, you got diabetes, go
Take these
learn
pills.
about it.
Yeah.
Here's a pamphlet.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that helped me a lot.
Okay.
What else do I need to know about diabetes? And it's like A1C, they're seeing a doctor every 3 to 6 months, controlling it with your diet, getting a nutritionalist, talking to other family members that have had this experience, auntie, uncle, cousin.
Right.
You got someone in your family. I will guarantee you now that there is someone in everyone's family
I agree with that
has diabetes.
But 9 times out of 10, this right here is just a thought process. Now I don't have no stats or anything. I'm just saying this is more of a question also. But if you talk to someone in your family that has diabetes, the only thing they're going to tell you is what the doctor's telling you is take these pills or take this shot. What does your organization do different besides a shot and a pill? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because if you go talk to a family member, they say I got diabetes, so I got to take my medicine now, or my sugar high, I got to get my insulin.
Right.
So they don't know. They can't tell you. So the only thing they can tell you what the doctors tell you. What's the difference? What can you? How can you assist with education more than what the doctor's saying? Well, just take this.
And that's the difference between us and the major other organization. Is we do things differently.
Okay.
We have a heart. And I'm not saying that the other one doesn't. I'm just saying we have a heart.
I got
We're black folks talking to other black folks about our experience. So when you get on the phone with one of our team members, one of our volunteers, we walk through the whole process of being a diabetic and some of the things that they need to control. The most important thing is what they consume.
Okay.
See, because we don't just talk about taking your insulin alone, because we want you to get off insulin.
Yes. Right. Yes.
We want you to be off of insulin, off of pills, and controlling your health.
Like a holistic,
we take it holistically, exactly.
Right.
So
exercise,
bingo, exercise.
Gotcha.
Now there's some women and some men that will say, hey, guess what? In my neighborhood, in my community, I can't go out at night after 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock.
Right.
Because guess what? You don't know how I live.
Yes.
In my community, it's not safe to go out and start walking or running or doing my exercise. Then there becomes an opportunity to have this conversation and say, I understand.
Yes.
See, because there's other folks that don't understand that experience.
I can't relate. Right.
But we understand and say, hey, guess what? Well, join a YMCA, join a recreation center, walk in the mall.
Yes.
If you have to, go into a mall and walk. And actually walk in the mall when it's snowing out.
Yes.
And you want to get your exercise in, go to a mall.
Yes.
Do some cardio in the house.
That's right. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Do something differently. And by the way, black folks know this stuff.
Yes.
Others don't.
Yes.
That's not to insult. That's just to tell you the black experience is a unique experience.
It is. I agree.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
A Bmore experience. Come on now.
I have our time is getting coming near. So what I want you to look at this camera right here. Just give out all your information, how someone can contact you. Just talk to the family, just to give them the information how they can contact you.
Well, again, go to the website, and this is important, AfricanAmericanDiabetes.org. And I'm going to say it again, AfricanAmericanDiabetes.org. On the website, you'll see our telephone number. You'll see information about diabetes, the importance of exercise, the importance of dieting, the importance of your A1C, seeing a doctor, seeing an eye doctor if you have diabetes, because you can lose your eyesight if you're not on it. Leon Rock, I'm the CEO. I am the co-founder of the African American Diabetes Association. And for you all, we love you. I love you.
I love you too, brother.
Awesome.
That's good.
We're going to do the last chat, the last couple of chats.
Yes. Is whole wheat pasta products a good alternative?
Is whole wheat pasta an alternative? Well, whole wheat is better than white. But there is some controversy to wheat products, particularly who makes them, the seed. There's a question about the seed in whole wheat, and I'm sure that we'll have some dietitians on that can speak to that. But like whole wheat is better than
the bioengineering.
Yes, exactly.
And people who's allergic to gluten.
Right.
Be more for real. Say someone
diabetics need professional nail groomers too, right?
Diabetics need professional nail groomers. Hey, you all looking at my nails? It's true. It's true.
Oh, really?
Yes. Both do pedicures and do manicures, but with the pedicures, be careful. You want to make sure that the folks that are doing the pedicures are actually folks that are professionals in that arena. Because if you're going to these shops that are not clean, it can create more problems for you as a diabetic if you didn't go. So be careful. Best place to go if you're a diabetic to get your nails done is a podiatrist.
Okay.
They will do it as part of what they do in checking your feet.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Well, go ahead.
Just one last question. So does it have to do, because usually people, or is it linked to weight or, that as far as diabetes? Like what are some signs that you can kind of just look at somebody maybe and just kind of, I know you talked about the feet. Is it overweight is a sign? Like what are some physical signs that? Or are there any?
There are physical signs. Urine, lots of urine if you're urinating a lot, an abnormal amount, even with the water consumption, you're just continuing to go to the bathroom, whatever is above average amount, and you're up there in weight, you should see a doctor.
Okay.
If you feel dizzy and feeling lethargic, go see a doctor. If you're having issues of spots in your eyes, go see a doctor.
Man, family, I hear that.
And by the way, the bottom line is everyone should have a doctor visit every 3 to 6 months anyway.
Really?
And for the brothers out there, not just diabetes, but make sure you get that PSA.
What is that?
That is essentially a test with regards to your prostate and how it is working or not working. And if you're having a challenge with your prostate, make sure that you get your PSA examined. If you're having problems again, urinating,
I got you.
You should check your PSA levels, and that's for a doctor to do. If you don't have an attending doctor, go to a community health clinic and ask for a PSA. All brothers over 40 must do it.
They should do that every 3 months,
and
3 to 6 months.
Every 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, our time is real close.
Yep. It's awesome. So yeah.
Go ahead. You got something?
No, I got something. I'm just saying it's awesome.
Yeah. But we're going. You good? Yeah. You got any more questions?
I don't.
Okay. Well, we'll start right here with my lovely co-host here. You know how we do. This is the end of the show. You got anything you want to say to the family? Get anything out?
This was a really good show. I appreciate you being here. Basically, I learned that you should be open to unlearn to learn new things, because we're all stuck in what we thought we knew, but we need to learn new habits.
That's right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, you good?
Yes.
All right. Go over to my co-host over here, Mr. Eric Zenmaster.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pleasure, man. And awesome show, awesome information. Again, that's what we do. Family, thanks for joining us. You know what I mean? Like I said, hit that like, subscribe button. Brother Rock, I mean, you killed it. You knocked it out the park. Thanks for the wonderful information.
He's Aquarius.
Awesome.
You know, we roll like that.
We won't hold that against you. We won't hold the Aquarius against you. But yeah, thanks for taking time out to share knowledge and come back. You know, it's kind of what we do too. Come back.
Thank you.
You're part of the family, like we say. So stop by anytime, and it was awesome.
Thank you
for coming through.
Thank you, brother.
My
man.
Bro, what's up, my brother? Come on now. You know how we do this. You know what time. You know how it is. My brother, like I said, our time is coming close. If you got anything to say to the family, I don't care, whatever it is, we're going to expound upon it. The floor is yours.
Bmore, I love you. Keep on doing what you do. Be healthy. Contact us. If you got a family member, young adult, senior, mother, father, uncle, grandfather, brother, sister, cousin, whoever it is, have them give us a ring. AfricanAmericanDiabetes.org. Again, African American. And actually, by the way, if you're listening to this program live now or on tape, and they got all sorts of social media links, YouTube, the whole 9 yards. Guess what? Get in touch with us. You have the ability to, and we appreciate and love each one of you all. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Very much.
So I got one more question before we go. So you saying just Baltimore, so if anybody anywhere else in the country or anywhere else, could they give you a call also?
Oh, definitely. Okay. Yes, I'm here in Baltimore this evening.
Okay.
But it's nationwide.
So your organization is nationwide.
We are building our capacity to be a nationwide organization. Okay. And so that's important, and actually I'm so glad you asked that, because we came into existence during COVID.
Okay.
In the middle of COVID.
Awesome.
Why? Because of the crisis of diabetes. We learned that people were dying at larger levels because of diabetes.
Yes.
We said, let's get together and do this.
Yes.
So yes, nationwide. Starting in my hometown of Massachusetts and coming on down to the DMV.
Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
All
right, you good?
Thank you.
Good.
I'm good.
All right, family. Family, y'all heard this? Look, I know this show, right? Like you said, we come here to get the to have fun, but we're here to educate also, because we all have a place that we can do something right. So, and give back to the community. This brother is taking his time. He started an organization to something that's dear to my heart. My mother died from it. So if we can prevent a death which is preventable, and have our family members and our loved ones and even ourselves to be here just a little bit longer for something, just by changing our eating habits, we can get this done. We had this brother up here. He's very knowledgeable about, and he got people on staff that's knowledgeable about this particular ailment. So he's nationwide, not just in Baltimore, not just in the DMV, he's nationwide. Y'all give him a call, even if he can't get to you, he will answer any questions that you have. And I think our health is the most important thing in the world. Without us, there's no world. Without you, there's no world for you. Without you, there's nothing else. So all I'm saying, we need to look at ourselves, man, take care of our health, man. And then family, you know we love you. That's all I have for that. You know, they say if our people perish for the lack of knowledge, and that perish means we're cut off. It's not so let's just get a little knowledge on that and take care of our health, man. And I think that's all I got to say about that. I hope I did okay with that. I know I stumbled and stammered through the whole thing.
You did well.
But family,
But you forgot to say your talent would make room for it.
But
But that's why we got.
Yeah, that's why we got. That's what exactly reason we got, because we said your talent will make room for him. He took what was inside of him,
right,
and instead of him turning what somebody gave him into a burden, he turned into a stepping stone, and he did something about it, man. That's what it's all about, man. Your talent is inside of you, and it will make room for you. Just like this brother took a negative news, right, and he turned it into something positive. And that's what talent do for you. And you're doing a great thing, brother. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And you changing the world, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I think that's it for me.
Yeah.
Go Scorpio.
Hey, y'all family, don't forget, we love you. Don't forget, next week we're gonna have our $1,000 drawing. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend, man. And I know I love all y'all. I love your family. We're going to have another reunion next week. Brother, you got anything to say if we out of here?
Love you.
Love you. My co-host, you got anything to say before we get out of here?
No, see you next week.
My brother.
Love you all.
I love you all.
Peace.
Hey, you know we got to go. We got to go, and that's the show, and it's a wrap.
It's a cold, cold world, a cold one. It's a cold, cold world. Yeah. It's a cold, cold world, a cold one. It's a cold, cold world. Yeah. I've been looking to the stars like I'm a astronaut, and this pain hurts so much, so I smoke that gas a lot. I've been hiding from myself, cause I tryna get caught, and you know I right my wrongs. That's some shit that I can't stop now. I've been searching for my soul, cause it's been missing. Imagine cooking breakfast, bullets flying through the kitchen. And you wait for it to start your way like you fishing. Cause if you get up, hit up, little nigga, you gon' be wishing that you never did what you did. We was shooting shit since we was kids. We were locked up in the juvenile, now we just trying to get rich. I know life hard as a bitch, but this rap shit is a glitch. Man, my hands been itch for money, man, goddamn they itch. It's a cold, cold world, it's full of pain. Yeah, PTSD from my brothers in my brain. So I'm trying to get it bread so I can make a change. Cause if I don't, man, Atlanta gon' stay the same. It's a cold, cold world, a cold one. It's a cold, cold world. Yeah. It's a cold, cold world, a cold one. It's a cold, cold world. Yeah. I come straight up from my niggas out in projects. Now my niggas locked up, cause they ain't let him out yet. Mama used to make me count and I couldn't even count yet. So much money, nigga, I can't even cash out yet. And I ain't the type to flex no money, but you gon' see it in my drill. And if you close to me, you gon' see it how I live. You can't take my heart from me, that's just something I gotta give. But I just got a heart, cause the way I used to live, now I step with these hoes and rock these diamond hoes. You ain't talking M's, little buddy, nigga, I gotta go. Tryna get $1 million, tell my niggas invest those. Tell them a couple loyal bitch can know it don't arrest hoes. Hell yeah, I love my buddies even though they gone. It hurt so bad when I call their phone. On this earth, yeah, I'm all alone. I'm worried mom won't coming home. But baby boy, he real strong. And he got it going on. So please pick up the damn phone.